All right. There. Okay, so I'm gonna assume it's just us, so let's do this. I'm Tori Torres, brand development specialist. Oh, I should turn the screen around, huh? Hey, there we go. So you guys know I'm Tori Torres. I am a brand development specialist, social media, and digital marketing strategist. I know. A Boss Babe blogger and a super mommy to Christian and Carmelo. That's my biggest claim to fame, which I was being today while I was all distracted on my earlier broadcast. For 16 years, I've run a successful online business and worked with DVF and TV networks and many celebrities to help grow my business, right? So this month, for the rest of the month, my challenge, we're going to be working on creating products, digital products to go with your business. So I wanted you guys to start thinking about what sorts of products you can offer, right? In my YouTube video from a couple weeks ago, I talked about this, creating the digital products, because that was one of the things that I wanted to start helping you guys with, right? And I talked about something that realtors could offer, like the 5 mistakes that buyers make when purchasing a home. That was one of the examples I gave. You have to think about basically what useful information will your customer find value, right? So like I offer challenges, which you probably know because you've probably been in one of them. I offer challenges where my clients can see my content, they can learn how I teach, and they get a sample of my information. And then the client becomes your voice, right? The client basically speaks for you. They talk to other people. They tell them how valuable they found your information. They become your voice, right? So if you can offer information to your potential client, it adds value to your business. And so, yeah, here are some of my steps to figuring out what you should offer, because that challenge is coming up soon. And a lot of you have signed up for it, and it's in the works. It's almost done. But yeah, some of the things you can start thinking about. Number one, what are like the common questions that you receive from your customers? The things that they're asking you most of the time. You create a digital downloadable product that the customer can like use in their business. I'm sorry, I'm looking at multiple screens, so bear with me. You find useful information that the customer can use in their business, right? Like for example, I was receiving a lot of questions from a free download that I offered. The download was 10 jobs you can do from anywhere. Actually, it got a lot of signups. And there's more than just like the list of jobs. It actually has a lot of useful information. Okay, thank you. I know I keep looking over there because I have 2 screens going. Tap the screen if you're multitasking right now. I know I am. But it had 10 jobs that you can do from anywhere. And that one got a lot of signups. It had like more than just listing the jobs. It actually told people like how you can get started with them and a couple of different, useful topics behind it. Okay, good. So I generally will ask my people to tell me what they're looking for when they sign up. Like if there's more information that they're wanting to know. So that way I can make sure that I'm covering some of the content, especially if a lot of people are asking for the content. So a lot of people said they wanted to learn how to start setting themselves apart from others, doing what they do. So like if you sell hair, like everybody sells hair. I was in the hair business for a while. I hated it. I legit hated it. So I got out of it. But it was basically people are trying to figure out how to set themselves apart from everyone else. Some people said they want to do like the entrepreneur thing, but they didn't know where to start. They didn't know hi. Thank you for joining, Boo. We're just talking about, I was telling people about how to figure out how to create what they should do their digital content on, since everyone, that was one of the things I talked about on YouTube a couple of weeks ago, having something digital to go with what you do. So So where was I? Yeah, so some people said, I gave that the 10 jobs you can do from anywhere. And people were replying on it saying they wanted to know how to start. Sarita, you know about like branding, you know a good amount about branding too. That's something that you do with your clients, I know. And that really is the first step. So people are really confused about how to set themselves apart, right? So another one was they didn't know how to make daily content. That becomes a struggle with people, I know, in branding. Yay! Good. Send me some hearts then. Yeah. Why are we always asking for hearts? I need love. I need it desperately. But so basically my answer to, thank you, my answer to all the questions that I got was the BABE course. So I created that course in response to people asking for the information. So that's number one. Good. Thank you. So that's number one. I was telling them that I'm live streaming from YouTube also, because I'm practicing what I preach, y'all. I told y'all YouTube is what's up. Y'all don't even understand. So I got back on and I've been using it. Thank you. I've been using it too. So I'm live streaming. So I'm looking at 2 different screens. So basically I developed the BABE course so that people could use, it answered a lot of the questions. I started at the beginning where you're learning how to brand, how to separate yourself from other people, how to make your mark, right? And then from there, create content that connects to your audience, that they relate to, that makes them like your tribe, right? Because people buy from people they like. Thank you. People buy from people they like. So that was the second part. And then how to monetize that with the landing pages and the funnels, etc., and then growing. So that's what the BABE course was all about. It was teaching, it took information that people wanted. I created the free course so that people could interact and learn how I teach. And that's why you need these products. You really do, no matter what you do. So the free content ended up helping create a full course, right? A course that has answered the need of all of those people. Thank y'all. Y'all are so cute. I love it. Thank you. So number 2, think about what you know that other people don't know, right? Because we all have our knowledge base. Sarita, I know you got a good knowledge base. I know I see you out there working with your people out there in the ATL. So what do you know? What do you know that other people don't know? With my business, I've worked with many influencers. I've worked with celebrities. So I know a lot. That's what I've done for 16 years. That's been the meat of my business, my existence, right? Working with these different people and brands. And so I can give people tips on how to choose the right influencers to work for their brand. I can give them tips on how to get their products in the hands of celebrities, because I've done it a million times. And then I can sell. My answer to that, again, basically would be like the BABE branding, because it includes, that's like a major part of why these people have chosen, why they chose to work with me, right? Over someone else, because I basically position myself to stand out early on. So that's really like a major, that's a big part. Yeah, you do. It helps. It definitely does it helps to have celebrity clients basically endorse your products. And there's definitely a lot of ways to do that. That might be a challenge I'll do too. Okay. I got you. So I know a lot in that area. And for another example is if you're a stylist. I try not to just make everything based on my business, but I have a lot of tools and tips for my business. But if you're a stylist, right, you might know a lot in the area just of, yeah, I know. That's a good look. So if you're a stylist, you might have a special technique that you use, say, to install hair. I know a girl, this girl is like insane. I've seen some of her work online. And I always think, man, if she just bottled that up and just sold the technique, she would never have to, she would never have to, I like y'all networking, I like that. She would never have to do hair again because her technique is flawless and insane. So if you have a technique, package it up. Talk about it in your freebie. One example is like the 5 things that most stylists don't do to their hair that they should be doing, right? Well, the sell is the instructional. So you said, yeah, they are a lot to deal with. You are not lying. You know all about that. The sell is the instructional. So it becomes a course, and that creates passive income. So that's number 2. Number 3, and the final one that I have for you guys is figure out what your client desires. And it kind of goes with number 1, but it's a little bit deeper. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. It goes a little bit deeper. As you learn your clients, you understand their needs, and generally other people are going to have the same or like similar needs to that, right? So many times the answers are right there in your analytics. This is one that people miss all the time, okay? What content are people looking at the most? So you have your website, you go to your website, you just look on into your analytics, and then you guys are funny. You go in and you look at your analytics and see what are people looking at the most. What are they? What are your top visited pages? So that's how you decide what content you can create. You just create the answer to the thing that they're looking at. So I know I was going to keep this one short. To recap, how to decide on what digital products to create. Number 1, what are the questions people are asking you? Number 2, what do you know that other people don't? And number 3, the analytics. What are people searching for when they come to your website? These are all tools that I use to create the digital content for my site and for my business, for the Posh Girls Club. So I want you to start thinking about what you will be creating before we actually begin the challenge. That way you can just get started once we actually get into it, okay? No reason to drag your feet. You'll have all the information. If you haven't signed up yet for to create your digital content, definitely click the link in my bio and let's get you ready for this challenge, okay? It is online, yes, babe. I just the Babe branding course is already out. That's the one that is completely done. It's from beginning to end, like from branding to the business structure to I talk about how I basically took one product and sold it to my one product, my case of the month. And instead of focusing on all these multiple products, teaching people how to focus on a product, and I sell a minimum of 1,000 of them a month at $55. So it teaches you how to structure your business, how to think about your business differently, how to sell your products differently. That course is available online. That's the Babe course that I use to make it happen. And I literally for the last 7 years, I've done that with the case of the month. So I taught that strategy, but this one is going to be on creating your digital products to go with what you do. You definitely got to get some digital products. You need them. So definitely check out the website. Click the link in my bio. You know my website. You've been there. Check it out, and you'll be able to sign up for this challenge. Thank you, girls, for signing in. I know I was on earlier for like an hour, I think, just about an hour, but I got sidetracked because my baby. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I always feel like I'm getting sidetracked, like, because I have so many thoughts running through my head. I literally have to write myself a script because I will start talking about something and then forget to come back to it. So yeah, thank you. I so appreciate that. You guys let me know what other content you're looking for, and I'll definitely keep it in mind and try to tailor it to what you're needing. If you really do want to see the celebrity one, I can do that. I'm with it. Sarita, I know you work with celebrities too, though. So, but if there's something that, you know, I'm always willing to throw my little 2 cents in. So let me know what you guys are looking for, and I will keep that in mind. Okay. Thank you so much for joining in, and y'all keep hustling. I love it. I love when you sign in. I love when you talk to me, and I love when you connect with each other too. All right, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys probably later on this week, but I'll send out a message in the in the stories. Thank you. Bye, babe. I'll send out a message in stories if I'm gonna do another one this week. All right. Talk to y'all later. See y'all on Instagram.